With over 100 million users, AI is here to stay. But can it plan your trip, saving you hours of research and maybe kicking me out of a job? We're gonna put it to the test and let AI control our entire day in New York City. Let me know what you think. All right, ChatGPT, let's see what you got. Hi, could you help me plan the best day ever in New York City? I want to explore Midtown Manhattan like a local, have some hidden gems, and not break the bank. Make it like that Barr guy on YouTube would. Start your day with a classic New York breakfast at Ess-a-Bagel on 3rd Ave. This could be the longest line I've ever seen at a bagel spot, no joke. You can tell a place is legit when they have their own water. Could I get one sesame bagel with scallion cream cheese? No, thank you. You know, this is one of the biggest bagels I've ever seen in New York City, and I mean that as a sincere compliment, because I am such a fan of the big fat, doughy sesame bagel like we have right here. So let's see. That's good. The bagel's nice, soft and doughy, but what I'm a huge fan of, scallion cream cheese. Maybe some of the best scallion cream cheese I've ever had before. This is a New York bagel. I approve this. I approve this ChatGPT, even pushing me to try a place that I've always wanted to go to. I'd wait 25 minutes in theory for this again. Though granted, I would just place my order in advance. Does feel a little touristy maybe, but worth it. Head to Bryant Park, a beautiful park located between 5th and 6th Avenues. To enjoy some outdoor space and people watching, you can also visit the New York Public Library located on the edge of the park, which is free and open to the public. All right, let's check out Bryant Park. This is a good idea, actually. I'm a huge Bryant Park fan. The nicest public bathroom in New York City is right there, for the record. Every single tourist needs to know that. Cleanest bathroom you're gonna find in New York. It's crazy, they had the Winter Village here for over 3 months. This is actually the quietest I've seen Bryant Park in ages. Still ice skate at Bryant Park. Best rink in the city, in my opinion. Oh, I'm gonna make a wish. ChatGPT didn't tell me to do this. I would put Bryant Park on any first-timer's itinerary to New York City. It's a complete no-brainer. It's really, really good choice. The reason all these kids are around this exhibit here on the first floor, this is the original Winnie the Pooh. I mean, this is practically a museum in and of itself, coming to the public library. I don't visit here enough. These mosaics on the ceilings, it's a special place. People are studying. What's the best free museum in New York? One of my answers, New York Public Library. This one doesn't surprise me. Take a short walk to Grand Central Terminal, one of New York's most iconic landmarks. Walk around and admire the beautiful architecture of the building, and take a look at the famous Grand Central ceiling. Okay, sounds easy enough. Can't imagine how many first dates, relationships started here, waiting for their future husband or wife. And this is also one of the most popular tourist destinations in the whole city, because when you look up, you see the beautiful constellation ceiling, and that's what everyone's taking pictures of. Maybe the coolest location for an Apple store in the entire world up here. For lunch, head to Shake Shack, a popular burger spot located in Madison Square Park. You can grab a Shack burger, fries, and a drink for under $15. All right, this is where ChatGPT needs some work. Why go all the way to Madison Park when we're already in Grand Central and their dining concourse has a Shake Shack? I'm calling it audible here. We're gonna eat at the Shake Shack at Grand Central, save us time. Since Shake Shack was founded in New York City, this is one of the few fast food chains in New York that I always encourage my viewers to try. Get a single Shack burger, order fries, you have the half and half small. I feel like $1 million right now. $1 million. You know, it always looks bigger on the commercials and TV. Fast food of choice in New York City. Taste that grass-fed beef with every bite. I never do McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's in the city. Always do Shake Shack. I feel like every tourist knows this trick, but this is called the Whispering Gallery. You talk into the wall, and the person across from you can hear you loud and clear. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this video. How did ChatGPT know my dentist is right across the street from here? Visit the Morgan Library and Museum, a hidden gem in Midtown Manhattan. The museum features an impressive collection of rare books, manuscripts, and artwork. Admission is $22 unless you come Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. Pre-book those for free. All right, we're stepping into JP Morgan's private library. This may be one of the most beautiful rooms in all of New York City, maybe the United States. Even all the colors of the books add something to the decor here. So the Morgan is one of the only institutions in the world to possess 3 different copies of the Gutenberg Bible. And this is the first substantial book that was printed by movable type in the Western world. There was no photography back then, but you can be sure that this is what George Washington looked like because it's actually a cast of his face. This is his study, red silk everywhere. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of place you probably could get some studying done. Morgan had artwork from antiquity to the Renaissance, Italian. Very fascinating. If you're a fan of this, I would say don't do the free admission because I was told it gets very crowded. If you come on a Friday afternoon, for example, it felt like we had the whole place to ourselves. Worth $22 easily. Check out the shops and boutiques on Fifth Ave, including some affordable options like Zara and H&M.
Can you take a picture?
Yeah.
We love your videos.
Oh, sure, sure.
He's a Brazilian fan.
Brazilian, nice. I thought they wanted me to take a picture of them. I'm like, okay. This is the first retail H&M in the United States. I know a lot of you want some cheap clothing shopping. This is your place. Probably as cheap as it gets, $6.99 t-shirts, $6.99. This is the first time I've ever been to an H&M home, so they actually have a home goods section. $5.99 porcelain cup. We've been instructed to have dinner at Joe's Pizza on 14th Street, a classic New York pizzeria that's been around for 40 years. Their pizza is delicious and affordable. All right, another audible. There's a Joe's from the same owner right by Times Square, so we're waiting in this huge line for it. I've actually never been to this one. It could be the most tourist visited slice shop in the entire city. This is not the original Joe's, but I think it's even more popular. One plain slice? All right, Joe's Pizza, essentially institution here in New York City. First time trying the Times Square one. It tastes just like the one on Carmine. Love it or hate it, I do think this is your classic New York slice to go. It's not my favorite slice in the city, but I don't think all the tourists lining up for this made a bad choice per se, and I don't think ChatGPT made a bad choice. End your day with a stroll through Times Square, one of the most iconic places in New York City. Well, all right. Rule number 1 of Times Square, do not engage the costume characters. That's rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3. I think there's more costume characters out than people right now. I'm not even joking. A very small part of me does enjoy Times Square for like 2 minutes, and that's it. You can even see the Times Square ball straight up there. I gotta give ChatGPT some credit. This was not a poorly planned day. It hit a lot of the big attractions of New York City. Who knows, maybe they're coming for video next. If you thought that was a fun day in New York, then you need to know 10 secrets that only smart tourists know visiting this city. Head here next.